Let's call order the North Aurora Village Board meeting on Monday, August 7th, 2017. We'll open with a silent prayer and meditation. Please join in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And a roll call. Mr. Fino.
Here.
Trustee Lowry.
Here.
Trustee Curtis.
Here.
Trustee Martinez.
Here.
Trustee, the mayor here. Audience comments, George?
Yes.
Is signed up to speak about signs.
Okay, thank you. Yes, George Stringer, 708 Lindsay Circle, North Aurora. In our community of North Aurora, we have new signs, welcome to Aurora. What's this? Oh, I can see, when I'm standing still, I can see the north of Aurora. But when I'm driving down the road, and friends of mine say they can't leave the north, all they see is welcome to Aurora. I would suggest they put a border along the letters in the north, so when you're driving down the road, you can see it, pick it up right away. We can't see it, all we see is Aurora.
Yeah, George, I think we all feel the same way, and seen the same thing, and we've had lots of discussion on it, and we've had lots of good ideas as to what to do, but I think that what we discussed this morning at staff meeting is that the north will be painted white.
Okay.
But we might try some glitter and some, so that we can get something that reflects.
I'm glad you're thinking about it.
So therefore, we want the north to jump out, not
Yes.
Aurora, north. And that's why we had it that way, but it didn't work out the way we wanted it, George.
Okay, thank you.
You know, sometimes good ideas just don't work out.
They're very nice signs, thank you. Also in North Aurora, we have a non-recoverable slope. What is that? It's a slope which is considered travelable, but on which an errant vehicle will continue down to the bottom of it. And the particular one I'm considering is on the Banbury Street or road, whatever it is, you come from Batavia, and personally, there should be a sign, a warning sign that no border, warning people that there's no border that you can safely drive off. Put a sign out there for safety reasons. That's the only two items I had. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I don't know exactly which area you're talking about, Banbury, but we'll look into it.
Yeah, Banbury is on the west side of the road as you're coming into the city from Batavia.
Okay.
Are you
So,
talking about the slope that goes down into Route 25?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're going to come on 25.
I'm aware of that. I live right in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that is a very dangerous intersection, but unfortunately, it's Batavia. But I have two teenage drivers, and I'm always worried, too, when it gets icy, that they're going to fly right in.
You're coming to Batavia, but as you leave Batavia, you're in North Aurora.
he's not speaking of the,
It's a continuation.
you're not, George, you aren't speaking of 25 in Banbury, are you?
Pardon?
You're not speaking of the junction of 25 in Banbury.
No, not the junction.
No, you're
I'm
thinking-
just strictly talking about Banbury Street or road, that the west side, you can't see the curb. There should be a sign warning, no curb.
He's talking more along the golf course.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Would that have to be, get a white line on the side of the road, or?
I think on that road, we're looking at some maintenance options as well as some future improvements with the time development over there. So right now, the equipment we use to trim those brushes, it's difficult to rent this time of year, but we're only going to trim that brush back and then doing some work with ditch lines to further make the speeding signs more visible.
You know what, while we're on the subject, Steve, I know I've mentioned it before, any progress on getting a flashing red light at Danbury and 25, that is such a dangerous intersection. Elam's 50, people are doing about 70. By the time you're at that bottom of that hill doing a left, right, left, by the time you look right, somebody's already flying around left again. So they really need to do something with that intersection.
But you mentioned the brush on the west side. I have a tendency to drive on the yellow line because I just got a new car. Because the mayor said shop locally, but I can't understand why we can't shop locally with these SWAT cars. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, trustee comments.
I'd like to make a comment about the possibility of having a face spot at the police station for people who want to do like a Craigslist transaction. I know they've got them now up in St. Charles.
I actually have a sign for that, it just has to be put up. Yeah, I got one. Public Works, of course, has been busy. It is on their list of things to do.
Publicize it as well then?
Say again?
Publicize it, maybe put it in the newsletter?
Yes, I'm going, yeah, we were going over and take a picture of it, put it in the paper, but I don't want to do it until it's up, and it'll probably be this week when it gets up, yeah. Yeah, it's specifically designated for that. It states that it's under surveillance, which it is. It's right out front, so yeah, it should work out.
North Florida Days was a success. We sure everybody who helped out and came and contributed to it. We had great weather, and I don't say we had record crowds, but we had a pretty nice crowd on Saturday, as well as our new event over here on Sunday. So we're already planning next year. So thank you, staff, and all who helped. It was good.
Well, I reiterate how great it was. I think that the entire weekend was fantastic, and we had great weather. You know, I think that we thank all our staff and everybody that participated. You did an outstanding job as chairman of the office, and your dedication is certainly what one of the things that absolute success.
When you live your town like you do, and it's kind of substantial, just quiet and
Everybody needs to realize that we need more and more volunteers, and that's what makes it a success. We didn't have as much volunteerism this year as we had in the past, but our staff really jumped in and worked hard.
we had a few less events this year because we didn't have volunteers, chairs to oversee it. So.
Well, it was a very successful meeting. Any other comments? Consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Discussion? Call for a vote, trustee Levino.
Yes.
Trustee Lowry.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis.
Yeah.
Trustee Martinez.
Yes.
Under new business, item number 1, is possible.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item number 1 is a special event parade permit for the North Aurora Mothers Club's annual community parade. This year is going to be different. They used to do it in June. They're doing it in September. This year it's on the 17th at 3 p.m. It will start off at Blessed Sacrament Church off of Oak Street, travel down the Willowway, and then up Harmony, and it will end at Goodwin Park, where they will be throwing a party in the park afterwards.
Motion to approve.
Discussion? We're going to have a band this year?
I'm not sure if they're having a band at this.
All right. Any other discussion? Roll call, trustee Levino.
Yes.
Trustee Lowry.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Martinez.
Yes.
Item number 2, Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I am seeking approval for the purchase of emergency lighting equipment, which includes installation and warranties for 5 patrol utility vehicles in the amount of $43,022.84 from Minor Electric Corporation. That is all the new emergency lighting inside and out on the 5 new vehicles that we're ordering, which we have ordered 4 SUVs, which are fully outfitted, and then one
claimed unmarked tourists for investigations. We did get 3 quotes, and minor came in lowest, so that's who we would prefer to go with. Motion approved.
Second. Discussion?
So I would just like some clarification. You know, we've upgraded our fleet to SUV. We're spending, I think it's $4,000 per computer, paying another couple grand for the docking station, and now we're spending almost $10,000 per vehicle on, like, so ballpark, are we looking at $100,000 investment per vehicle here? And, you know, we're not really getting a lot of.
No, I was, without having all the numbers in front of me, I would say that it's probably would have come out to about maybe max of $50,000 per vehicle, which is actually pretty much in line with what most of them are when you add all the equipment in them. It's stuff you have to have. You can't operate the vehicles without the emergency lights. And again, this is the lowest quote. One of the quotes was up to $50-some thousand. It can get quite expensive. So you can't do work at all without a computer. So I'm not asking for anything that isn't needed whatsoever. I'm trying to get the lowest cost that I can.
And you can't get them out of the other cars, right? So the wiring harnesses and the way everything's set up.
Right. You're going from one car to a different car, so they can't. As far as I know, most of that stuff cannot be retrofitted. There may be some pieces that can. I don't know because
It may cost more to do that anyway.
In some cases it could, sure.
If the board remembers during the budget conversations, the computers were between, I believe they were around $2,500 a piece. The $4,000 number for the computers included the docking stations. The SUVs were $3,500 more than a squad car, so the cost per squad car was $3,500 more than what, for the SUV than what a squad car would be. We were always going to have to interchange the equipment. It couldn't go from the Caprices to any car we picked, whether it was an SUV or a squad car, because they don't make the Caprice anymore and the equipment was fitted for the Caprice. So whether we would have bought a Dodge Charger or a Ford Taurus or a Ford Explorer, we were always going to have to spend $8,000 to $10,000 on new equipment for the cars. So that cost was inevitable.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, I would like to say, I mean, for me being involved in emergency responding, I do understand that some of these things are not being able to be retrofitted into other vehicles. I mean, I have a private business and I really try to recycle just about everything I can. I do understand that some of this equipment is expensive. It is necessary. I did notice a couple things from the PD when I did my walk over there, and through the events that have been going. You know, I noticed that we don't count on a canine unit, you know, considering how much those units can come in to help. I noticed that he does try to work, you know, with what he has, but there's certain things that, you know, when it comes to security, I just don't like to cut down.
Well, yeah, and the canine unit, we use county.
Yeah, County Aurora right now.
We do have access to that.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Roll call. Trustee Latino.
Yes.
Trustee Lowry.
Yes.
Trustee Curtis. Trustee Martinez.
Yes.
Item number 3, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Item number 3 is the purchase of electricity for our street lighting. Basically, we have about 150 street lights that the village pays electricity on each year. We had a 1-year agreement with Dynegy that expired in July. We had our consultant, NIMEC, go out for bids this morning, so they had most recent bids as of today. There should be a sheet in front of you that shows the pricing that was the lowest pricing that they were able to capture, which was from Constellation Energy. Basically, there are 3 rates, whether it's a 1-year, 2-year, or 3-year agreement, depending on what the board wants to direct me to enter into. The 3-year agreement is about a 28% drop in what we're currently paying in electricity, so the bids came back extremely favorable. That being said, I'm just looking for guidance. I would suggest that we look at the 3-year option, which is for 34 months, and then at that point I would enter into a contract as early as tomorrow morning.
Discussion?
Motion approved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call. Trustee Casino?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Martinez?
Yes.
And Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
I have no old business. I think we've talked about North Aurora today. That's certainly the comments. Any other committee reports? Trustee comments? Mr. Bosco?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm probably going to beat that horse a little bit, but just about the North Aurora days, I just wanted to point out too, I appreciate the compliments on the board, and I think it went really well. And I would like to thank my staff personally too, because they took a real active role this year to, not that they haven't in the past, but this year, I think they went even further than they used to. And it's good because we have a staff, everyone in this room tonight chipped in, and they all wanted to do it. So it was never you had to do it, they all offered to do it. So we have a good staff that really wants to see North Aurora forward, so that's a good thing. That being said, the other thing I would like to point out is that we, kind of on an exciting note, we got our 16 RFQs, so request for qualifications, back from companies that are interested in providing proposals to develop the Sidewalk Park area. And that's exciting because that's a huge turnout of qualifications. We hope to get at least a group that you can whittle down to maybe 5. To get 16 shows that there's a lot of good companies out there. And we've been thumbing through those starting this week, and there's some really good concepts, ideas, and some experience out there. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be hard to get it down to a workable number. But once we do, we'll go out to RFP and we'll see which concepts come back. So, thank you.
I must say there were smiles on all the staff's faces all through that one. I didn't see any frowns or anything. And I'll tell you, our police department did a fantastic job. They're like, and I know we didn't have any significant incidents. Super. Attorney's report. Village department. Mr. Hannah, finance.
Just a quick note, the financial statements of the village, monthly financial statements of June went out today. So if anyone has any questions on those, please let me know. Also, our auditors, the village board is engaged, Sikich. They're busy doing some of their preliminary work behind the scenes, and we're busy finalizing our financials as of May 31st, 2017. So our auditors will be on site August 21st, beginning their review work. So I just wanted to give the board a brief update. Thank you.
Very good. Attorney General, Mr. Toth.
Yeah, during the last meeting, the board approved the acquisition of the meets and bounds piece adjacent to Prestige Plumbing at 11 John Street. During that discussion, environmental testing came up. Staff did retain the services of ETS Environmental out of Geneva, and they did a subsurface investigation, more primarily targeted towards the above-ground storage tank casement. And we actually did some actual modernization of the soils adjacent to the drain, adjacent to the casement, which would assume the most presence of any sort of contaminants on site. They tested the soil, they didn't find any elevated contamination of the soil. So I just want to report that from last meeting.
Very good. Police, Chief Fisher.
No report, sir.
Public Works, John Laskowski.
No report.
We have no executive session. I did fail to mention that Representative from Linda Chapel-Diaz office is here. We thank you for being here. Anything you'd like to say?
Thank you.
We have no executive session, so I look for an adjournment of our regular session with our meeting coming up.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned. Comment, I hope you're operating the recording. Please. We're going to call to order the committee of the whole meeting on Monday, August 7, 2017. Roll call. Trustee Casino. Here. Trustee Lowry. Here. Trustee Martinez. Here. Trustee Curtis.
Here.
Mayor Berman. Here. Discussion. Item number 1. Steve.
I'll take that, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a couple years ago, if you recall, we amended the zoning ordinance to allow tattoo powers in our commercial districts. Since then, we have 2. We have one on Orchard Road and one at Mitchell and Butterfield. Through that process, we did already have provisions in place for the licensing of tattoo and body piercing establishments, and kind of been working with these 2 establishments. There were a couple kinks in the process at this point. Every establishment is required to register annually. At this point in time, there was no clarification as to what the actual annual filing fee was. Along with that, each individual operator within each establishment has to register annually, and with no predetermined fine. There's license fee. There's an initial establishment fee for $250 for establishments, and there's a $100 initial fee for the actual operators themselves. And moving a little bit forward too, each operator is required to submit testing results from communicable diseases and STDs, which they give to staff, and we sort of process the license. And also to each establishment is required to have an on-call decision. And I did go ahead and I pulled the applicable sections of the code out for the discussion tonight. I also printed out on the last sheet the provisions that we're proposing to amend, which are shown in red, striped out, and underlined. What we're looking to do is just add a little clarification, have a annual license renewal fee for each establishment, and establish that fee at $250, which is the same as the initial fee. We're looking to register and license operators initially, meaning that each operator does not have to come in annually and renew their license. But what we'll do is we'll amend the actual application so that each licensed operator comes in and is listed on the actual application, so we can fact check that every year to make sure that every licensed operator is on the application for the establishment. And if they're not, we can just approach them individually and then go through the deregistration process or license process with them. But again, too, is to also eliminate the need for them providing us with results from communicable diseases and having that on-call doctor. It creates a lot of confusion at the staff level and what types of facilities they're supposed to go to. If you look at the language under 5.3630, they have to be approved village facilities. And quite frankly, in dealing with this, it puts staff in a position where we're not really qualified to make these decisions. And also, too, we did work with the attorney's office, and we did kind of fact check whether or not we have to have these sorts of testing results done, and if they violated HIPAA laws. And there's really nothing that states that we can't have them or that we have to have them. So under this discussion tonight, we're looking to eliminate that as a portion of the licensing for the operators. If anyone has any questions, again, this is just open discussion. And
I'd like to be able to get rid of as much regulation as we can. I'm a little concerned that we have a business that needs to register, and then each tattoo artist needs to register under that business. And now they're paying yearly fees on top of any state licensing and any other fees on top of that. So I'm a little concerned about the redundancy. It might help being a small business owner. I don't like things that I don't have to pay user fees or anything additional. So what exactly are they getting, or what is the village getting by having this additional fee on top of the state layer?
Yeah, that's exactly the point of this. And what's also, I noted in the report too, is that one of the purposes of having them annually register was the fact that they would provide the testing results annually. So they have to register again, they have to go back and get tested annually and provide that information to us. So the whole point to do it up front, now we can keep it on as, just so we have track of who's working in town, because there are background checks required through the code. It's nice to have that still in place. But yeah, have the establishments and the operators all register annually, it's a bit cumbersome.
You know, Mike, I'm not so sure I'm comfortable with some of these ideas anyway. Is there some way you can still monitor the health of these individuals over some period of time, rather than just having a one-time check and then the rest of the time that's how I understand what you're proposing, is that there's no more periodic check of their health condition, is that correct?
Correct.
Why is that? That may be okay for the two establishments that are existing in our town now. There's a variety of different types of tattoo establishments, and just wondering if that might set a precedent in the future.
Well, there are, if you look at this, the tattoo establishments are regulated by jurisdictions. The state of Illinois, through the registry, it's called the Tattoo and Body Piercing Establishment Registration Act, requires that they register with the state. And then there's the Illinois Department of Public Health's Health Body Art Code, which also specifies, it sort of mimics what we have in our code, because our code is very specific as to how they operate their business, what types of sponge they use, the procedures for doing a tattoo, when they have to wash their hands, what facilities they provide, having cleanable surfaces. So the fact of the matter is these establishments are very heavily regulated to begin with, and the fact that they're maintaining sterile environments.
Is there some body, a governmental body that monitors their health condition over time?
You know, I'm not sure if they have to register with the Public Health Body Art Code. I did do a little research into that.
I'm pretty sure they probably go through hepatitis B shots. I mean, if you work anywhere with bodily fluids, you gotta go through that, so. I know the establishment also, I've been to it when they have their grand opening or however, the place is spotless. It actually looks like.
I'm not talking about the established
Okay.
Businesses in our town already. I'm concerned about future kinds of situations that might occur if we rush to get rid of the requirement to have at least periodic health check of some kind.
Are you talking about the health checks of the operators or the establishments? Because we're allowed, by code, we're allowed to inspect whenever we feel the need to go into the establishment.
I'm talking about the blood tests that have been specified in the existing ordinance that you're asking to get rid of. I have a concern with that personally, that's all. That if they're checked when they first get their license, right? The individual's not the establishment, correct?
Correct. Anyone operating under each establishment has to be licensed, and then part of that license process, they're required to get that check. But if you look at the code, we could look to maybe simplify the language, because it does say that it has to be a village group facility. Well, I don't know anyone here.
Right, what I'm trying to get at is, I want to open a tattoo parlor here in North Aurora, so I go through all the steps necessary to do that, health check and all that, and I submit the certificate from the doctor that says I'm clean and okay to go. Now, that's the first time they do that, and without a periodic check over time, I mean, any individual can contact an illness during a period of time. So that's what I'm concerned about, is what would happen if the individual established a tattoo parlor and then caught some kind of illness that was contagious. How are we going to handle that? Or is there some other body that handles that, like the county public health?
Our attorney was one that worked on this, and he'd be more than happy to add.
So, couple answers. I know that whenever a tattoo artist does their work, they have to wear a mask. And the county is actually in charge of enforcing the acts and the regulations. So the county health department is the overseeing agency, in addition to whatever authority North Aurora has. I asked a nurse friend regarding sort of what is the benefit of having this requirement that they submit, whether they're clean from STIs and whatever else on a yearly basis. And what she indicated was that there really isn't a health benefit derived from having that in the code. So, certainly we could ask a doctor or some other medical professional to provide advice on that, but what I'm hearing is that there really isn't a medical benefit from having this in our code, and then it only creates sort of another administrative burden for the village to have this yearly requirement. Because what happens if they, on a yearly basis, they submit the reports, we get to the doctor.
I'm not asking for an annual, a periodic 3-year, 5-year, some other kind of periodic check of their health, however you want to organize, word that in an ordinance.
I have to admit that, because we require it of a tattoo artist, we should require it of a dentist, primary care physician. required to anybody that's dealing with the public in that facility. I don't think that's our job for our business. It's redundant. The county's looking at it, the state's looking at it. Why are we just very involved in?
What's your objective?
I guess my concern is, and it might be based on a certain bias, but I've had experience in life at the time that not all taxi partners are the same. So, you know, and some operate with a very fine level of operation, actually can be considered an artistic establishment of some sort, and then there are others who aren't, and that's what I was thinking about in terms of the future. That's how I'm just, you know, regardless of how we proceed here, I'm concerned about and the redundancy, and I want to save all that we can in terms of time and effort and staff, and certainly money for the village. However, I do have a concern about a permanent one-time check of the health situation, and that health situation in individual changes. And despite what our attorney says, that he spoke with a physician about it, I would need more of a objective or that's only a person's opinion, I guess. I too worked in the health industry for 30-some years, and I know that there's a very strict adherence to certain kinds of protocol when it comes to bodily fluids, that's all, and needles. That's my concern.
You know, I think one of the things that sort of directs us in what we do is comparing what we see as necessary and what our surrounding communities seem necessary too. So I don't know if are we stricter or less strict or what?
So we're the only community that was surveyed by our attorney that actually has this provision where you have to provide a position statement. Well, one of the thoughts that I need, you know, we need to separate the two. The regulations that come down are pretty significant for the cleanliness of the establishment. And so that's the thing that we're talking about, right? There's a difference of it's the tattoo artists themselves or the establishment. Now, to your concern, Trustee Bobby, you were asking if you've seen establishments that maybe are not the cleanliness. And I think what Mike was saying is our code, the state code, requires specific things to make sure that the establishment is clean and sterile. And the county comes in and they are apparently regulating some of the actual, just like they do with food, they go into an establishment, make sure they're actually living up to those sterile requirements. But if I hear you right, the issue isn't this, it's the sterile environment that's part of it. The other issue is that the people themselves might actually pass along, you know, communicable disease. But once again, that does bring up the point of we don't require the people at the office to actually do the same thing. So,
Well, I didn't catch that, what you're saying.
we don't require that of the other people who do those types of things that would have bodily fluids in town right now. So we are the most strict out of the towns that were surveyed by far. So the issue is that if you're comfortable with the sterilization of the establishment, then I think the code addresses that. If you're worried that the establishment won't always stay sterile, because it will, according to the code, and due to King County inspections.
So we will have to find out if,
I guess if the consensus is, and I guess what I'm hearing is everyone here considered it's a redundancy, it's an unnecessary process, it costs money, and taxpayers' money, which is always important, I'm sure, and that the periodic check for their individual's health is not necessary, is that what you're saying?
And I know it sounds kind of callous, like to think that we don't care about the actual passing along of diseases or whatnot, but I think the issue is to always regulate the business that way. If it's already going through state licensing and already going through the county health requirements, we're adding a third layer now to people, quite frankly, we're not going in and checking these people to make sure that they're the same people that are turning in their chemical disease report or whatever. I have no way of validating that their report they're providing is 100% accurate. So all we can do is inspections, and we don't even inspect them. The county does. So they would be the ones who go in and actually check up and make sure that everything is being done the way it's supposed to be done.
it may be already be done. That's the other thing. I mean, it's like the health department may already require them to go through a yearly test, a blood test.
That's right.
You know, so I mean,
If that's the case, I have no problem.
They don't require.
no,
I like the changes. I think it overstep. We don't have, it's not really in our with expertise, like you said, to be into that. As Laura said, we require dentists and we don't require other people that get into that. So I just think that it's came out of our realm, and I like the changes we have.
Yeah, this stemmed, it was a year or so ago when I was given my first results of someone's tests, and I was literally given lab results of someone's blood testing, and I knew right then that I was not qualified to look at information, nor did I really feel comfortable looking at someone's information at that point. So a lot of this kind of stemmed from that time.
Yeah, it should come from the state or the county, and
Or someone authorized to make those sorts of determinations.
What we can do though, before we bring this back to the village board for a vote, the staff can absolutely go back and do further research, at least with the Department of Public Health from either the county or the state, to just ask if there's any regulations, and we probably had to wrote the memo, and see if there's something there at the state level or the county level that maybe we aren't aware of, where they do some type of testing beyond what we already do. And maybe look at some of those towns, we'll talk that after the meeting and see what his results were from the other towns he surveyed.
There's a lot of, I think, success in the business of tattooing, but it seems to be one of the major ones that give on recommendations of others that have had successful services with tattoos. More so than somebody knocking on, stopping by. That's not. Most of my recommendations from others who have had that. But I think our idea is to protect our village. I don't think we need to make any additional.
The businesses have a lot to lose as well, and there's nothing preventing them from testing their own employees.
Any other discussion? All right, well, that's our end of our executive session. I have nothing else. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We're out of here.